guys, tonight I'm here at Midland City Cemetery, Midland, Michigan, and I'm working on a project, trying to finish it up before winter, that a friend of mine, Jody and I, worked on. This is the grave marker of Hasten Ellsworth, and I did some research on him. We repaired this headstone, this monument, and that headstone down there that you really can't see right now because the sun's too bright. We repaired this a couple of weeks ago, probably about 3 weeks ago now or so. And when we found it, it was laying in 3 pieces. There was this obelisk was 2 pieces right here on the ground, and then the rest of it was still somewhat intact, but it was terribly dirty. I've got tons of pictures. I'll post it right here in the video. But you can see that it still has a crack right here, and that needs to get filled in. It's missing a pretty sizable chunk right there. And one other piece of information, other thing that it's missing is any notion that he was a law enforcement officer. I was able to find his obituary, which I'll post here. And in 1861, 1862, he was the sheriff of our county. He's actually the 3rd sheriff of Midland County. Found a newspaper article also where he transported some prisoners to Jackson State Prison down in Jackson, Michigan. And thought that was kind of interesting. So what I did was I got him a medallion flag holder that says police on it. I was going to get one that said sheriff, but it's quite expensive. So and the total cost of this project completely came out of my pocket. So I was able to order that bronze plaque that says police on it from Carrot Top Industries, and they sent it to me, and it came without a rod to stick it in the ground because it came out of the bag. So they're sending me a new rod. I've got a temporary rod for now, just for the purpose of this video, but I want to get this thing rolling and get it done before it really starts getting cold here. So today is October 4th. We don't have much more good weather for doing this type of stuff. This project and the one I started over there will be it for the year, I think. So anyways, enough talking. Let's get the camera set up and we'll start working on this. Okay, first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to fill in this big chunk that's missing. And as you can see, this is all wet now. There was a little bit of stuff here along this edge that wanted to get cleaned off, so I used a little bit stiffer bristle brush and just removed it, rinsed it off, and then I hydrated the stone around where I'm going to be working. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow that mortar to stay wet long enough to really cure nicely, so it doesn't cure up very fast. You don't want the stone around the mortar to soak up all the moisture in the mortar. The mortar needs time to cure, and if you give it time, then it will cure nice and hard. So I'm gonna just put this trowel in there, and I'm gonna start kind of packing some of this mortar in there. This is just Lithimex marble mortar. It is from Limeworks. It's the stuff that I always use. Really like this stuff. It's easy to work with. It's kind of like working with Play-Doh to a degree. because this mortar is just mixed up a little too wet. Yeah. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but that's okay. It's okay when things don't work out just the way you plan. That's just a little bit too wet for what I'm trying to do. So what I'll do is I'll let it dry up a little bit and come back to it. Clean it up some more once it's a little drier. Alright, now let's move up to this bigger crack up top. This stuff is mixed up perfect for what this crack has got going on. A little bit wetter. I like it to be just a little bit wetter on these smaller cracks, so the stuff will work right in there. Okay, I've got that whole crack filled. I'll let that set up some. You can see, maybe you can't see, I don't know. Lighting might be too bad. I don't know if you guys can see right here. There's another hairline crack there. So I'm just going to take this stuff and I'm going to use moderate pressure, and I'm just gonna try to work that in there a little bit. Stuff is really kind of dry for this application, but I have had some success with this. There's a monument right over here, Benjamin Dean's monument that I did last year. Had a very similar hairline fracture like this, and it's really in good shape now. So the idea is that you're just kind of protecting this crack from getting any worse, really, or at least trying to seal it up somewhat. It's not a perfect seal because this stuff is porous, and there's gonna get water in there and stuff, but you're eliminating a place where water would sit normally without moving. So cool, there's that. I'll come back down here and a little bit more work on this spot. There's one little spot there where it needs to be filled in just a hair. We're gonna let this dry up some, then we'll do a little bit of shaping on it. Ooh, that's pretty wet. And be looking pretty good. All right. Clean up our little bit of mess here. I'm going to take the extra mortar that I mixed up. I'm going to go throw it on another project real quick, just as a little bit of filler. So wait for that to dry up and we'll work on it a little more. All right, so in a little bit, starting to dry up just a touch. We're gonna start by cleaning up the excess up here on the top. And you guys have seen this before. Just need to have plenty of clean water and some clean rags. Just gonna go around and tamp it all down some. Alright, you guys will get a little kick out of this. I woke up this afternoon because I had to work last night. Got out of work at 7:30 this morning. Had some stuff I had to do. I didn't get into bed till 11:30. Just before noon anyways. And so I woke up this afternoon after I slept for about 4 hours. And got dressed and said, you know what, I'm going to go over to the cemetery, work on this, and get some filming done so I can get a video out. And threw on some clothes in the dark, and because my bedroom is a little dark when I don't turn the lights on, I just was getting ready, and I'm kind of in a hurry. And I just went over to get water, and I noticed that I've got green shirt and blue shorts on. And my great-grandmother would be saying right now, blue and green should never be seen. I can just hear it. It's funny. Look like a clown out here. a light touch up there, and that's going to be calling it a day on this one. Some people like to use that metallic duct tape for this type of stuff. Mike Rowlands is one of them. He's a friend of mine on Facebook, fellow headstone restoration preserver guy, and he does great work down in Texas, I believe. And that seems to be a method that really works well for him. So, just thought that that was worth mentioning. Clean this up best I can without messing it up. It's hard sometimes when you get in these tight places like this to clean up around it without messing up what work you've done on it, you know. So it's one of those things, you find a happy medium and you learn to live with it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna live with the way it is. Alright, so that is the headstone of Hasten Ellsworth, the 3rd sheriff of Midland County, 1861 to 1862. It's possible that he could have been sheriff a couple more years. I did find one book that said he was sheriff for 4 years, so I'm sure that when the county or the city or whoever is digging into it, does the research, and they find something, they'll let me know. But as for now, I'm going to place this police medallion and flag at his grave. You know, Hasten he died in 1882, and he's been waiting since 1882 for any recognition of being a law enforcement or a police officer, sheriff, whatever you want to call it. And finally, you know, we did this repair on September 12th. It was actually 2 days away from his birthday, so, or his death date. That was kind of cool. But he's finally going to get the recognition that he deserves for being our county's 3rd sheriff and being a man of the law. And among other things, he's kind of got quite a story. But I'm going to get this medallion and flag placed, and then I'm going to get out of here. So.